Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently 9:48 p.m. on this very chilly Wednesday, October evening, going into Thursday morning. How are you? Are you guys having a good day? I am having a fantastic day. I'm having a magically amazing day. I feel really good, and I got a lot of stuff done today, and I just had an overall good day. It was good all over. Turn off my phone. I was just listening to my audiobook a little bit, Unspeakable Things. I think it's by Just Laurie, somebody like that. I am going to finish the book tonight, and then I just spent like a half an hour on Audible trying to figure out what book I'm going to read next. I even put on my Instagram today, like, what's the scariest book that you ever read? 4 or 5 people put the Bible, which I thought was funny. But anyway, and then other people put some books I didn't know. A lot of people put Stephen King books, but I wanted to read something like, maybe I hadn't heard of before or whatever. So then I just started searching on Audible. I bought one book. I don't know if somebody recommended it to me or if I just saw it. I can't remember. But, I know what I did. I put in on Audible just Halloween. And then I put in first I just the relevant ones. And then I put in new releases. And this was a book that just recently came out. And it's about 5 girls on Halloween night that go to some mansion. It's supposed to be like haunted or something. And they prick their fingers and then they put their blood on the door, but only 4 of them come home. And then it's about this woman that's a police investigator, and there was this old crime that happened at that mansion, but she just moved to town, so she doesn't know about it. So it's like a Halloween mystery. So I got that one, and then I downloaded, this will be a total waste of money if I don't listen to it. I got Hocus Pocus and the sequel, which I actually have the book for it at home. And I've been meaning to read that for a couple years. I think I put it on my Spookathon, TBR, to be read several years ago, and then just never read it. But I wanted to read the sequel forever. So, the 2 teenagers that are in the original Hocus Pocus, which I guess there is a sequel coming out, but the 2 teenagers that are in it, it's 25 years later, and they have a 16-year-old daughter, and she meets up with the Sanderson sisters. So I got that as well. And I thought, I don't know if I'll have time to finish 2 more books, because I'm gonna, obviously, it gets Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to listen to books. So I don't know if I'll have time to finish those books, but I'm gonna try. And I was going to, I hadn't actually bought it yet. I thought I had a True Crime Book Club's book this month, which is Behind the Horror. So there's no way I can finish 3 books in 4 days. And they're all kind of longer books. The mystery book is 9 or 10 hours. Hocus Pocus is 11 or 12 hours. And I think Behind the Horror is 11 or 12 hours. So there's no way that I can finish them all. Oh my God, if I finish those all in the next couple days, I would be speed reader of the world. But anyway, those are 3 books that are kind of Halloween centered, that are scary, and I'm excited for that. So the live stream for our book club is a week from Sunday, because we weren't going to do it on Halloween. So I am going to, if I don't read it this weekend, I will read it at the beginning of the week. I really wanted to have it done though before November, because I really want to focus on cozy mysteries for November. So there's that. Those are the books I'll be reading the next couple days. So to get in the Halloween mood. And tomorrow night I don't have any plans. Tomorrow I have to take Tucker to the vet for an x-ray to see where he's at, and I'm trying to be so hopeful and positive about it, so I don't really want to get into a whole lot tonight, but basically giving us some kind of prognosis if they can see any kind of idea. He hasn't coughed at all today. He's great. I mean, that's like part of the thing that I said I didn't want to talk about it, and then I go in and I start talking about it. But like, that's part of the thing that's so hard about it, is that he just seems so fine to me, you know? He's like running around the backyard several times today, you know, and he's playing in bed with his, you know, stuffed animal, lamb chop lady, and, you know, he's just like tonight, he was like, Alex was watching TikToks and I was laying in bed just listening to him, and I was just like holding Tucker, and he just is laying, I mean, he's so sweet, you know? Boo Radley is obsessed with the new Pendleton blanket that I got from Costco. I put it on the bed today, and he about went crazy. He was like trying to dig a, you know how like they dig a bed or a hole? He was like digging his, you know, all of that. I was also watching, I was catching up on some of Michael's Pathology vlogs, and I watched their Tuesday Teach. You guys remember Michael that I did the video with? That has a vlog channel here in Indianapolis. So I was catching up on some of his vlogs. I love his vlogs. I have them on in the background when I'm like doing stuff and whatever. He has like he and his wife both have like really soothing voices. I was like sitting there listening to it, and I was like, they would be such great podcast hosts. But anyway, they were carving pumpkins and had apple cider and stuff. There was something. Oh, would you like to see another video with Michael and I? I'd like to do that. Plus, we need to go out to dinner. Like, we've been saying that forever. Emily actually messaged me on Instagram, and I just need to give her my phone number. But I messaged her back, and I can't remember what she said. Oh, she was so sweet. She gave me a compliment about my haircut. And she said, I hope Michael looks like you when he's older. Wasn't that so sweet? She is so nice. They're just such a neat couple. I love them. And I was like, we need to go to dinner. And I didn't see if she had responded yet or not. So that was just late last night, I think. So anyway, yeah, I need to get together with Michael again. So my plans for this weekend are, tomorrow I have to take Tucker to the vet. Tomorrow night, I think Tanya and I are going to do our video about the Housewives, because we were both going to watch the 3rd installment of The Real Housewives tonight, and then be able to talk about it tomorrow. And then, and I also have all the questions that people gave us. We got so many questions, you guys. I mean, it was unbelievable. I put on Instagram, I said, like, ask us, you know, opinions about the Housewives, and we'll respond to them in our video. Oh my God, you guys, I got like literally hundreds. I couldn't believe it. So I have them all screenshot, so we can talk about that in our video. I think we'll probably just go get a fountain pop, and then, sit in the car at the gas station and do our video there. Because that's what Tony and I do. We go to the gas station, we get a fountain pop, and then we drive around and we talk. So that'll be fun. And that'll be, I'll put that up on Friday. And then Friday, I'm going to try to pre-film some videos for the weekend. I've got 2 review videos that I want to pre-film. And then I might do an opinions video for my drama channel for one day. And I don't know, I'm not gonna like stress myself out about it. I don't know, Alex and I haven't really talked a whole lot yet about Saturday if we're gonna go to the Halloween festival. I've never been, and I think it would be so fun. So it's the Irvington Halloween Festival, and apparently it's amazing, and they have all these booths, and it's like the best Halloween festival in the country. So Melissa's gonna be there, which would be fun to like see her, you know. I'm gonna see her that night and on Sunday, so. But I think that would be fun to like get, you know, dressed up, and, oh, they have a Halloween parade and stuff, I don't know what time that starts. Maybe we'll just force ourselves to get up and go to that, and then stay down there till like, you know, go from like 10 to 1, and then come home and take naps or something. That's why I kind of want to pre-film videos, so I can just like do all that kind of stuff for fun. If not, I might just take the weekend off and not like stress out about posting videos. But one of my things to review is Halloween related, so I definitely have to have that done. I don't know what I'm gonna review. I had an idea earlier, now I don't remember. I have the 2 things for the weekend, for Saturday and Sunday, but I don't know what I'm gonna review tomorrow and Friday, but I'll figure it out. And then Peterism's videos. then a drama video. Like Sunday, I'll probably have time to make a drama video, so I'll just wait till Sunday and do that. I've been filming videos in the car a lot, like drama videos, and that's been kind of fun. I know it's like, people don't probably care about the quality of where I'm sitting, whether I'm sitting in a chair or if I'm sitting in my car, you know? I just posted a rant video, actually. This book I'm listening to, This Unspeakable Things, I'm not really sure what I think of it yet. It's just like very weird. It's about these girls. So it's like 85, I would guess, in the book. 84, I don't know. And they go to this school, and it's the last week of school before summer. Well, it just ended. It's summer now. And their dad is like real sketchy. Like, he's an alcoholic, and he grows mushrooms in the basement. And he's just not a good person. And he's not abusive with them because he takes pride in the fact that, well, his mother's third husband beat him, so he's like never laid a hand on them, but he's like really mean. And he's like an artist. He's like a welding artist. And the mom's a school teacher, and they're like these bohemian hippie types, and they have these parties that are really well known, and like the police officer even comes and parties there. And like the way the girl makes them sound is like they're real drugged out parties, and everybody's having sex at them and stuff like that. So anyway, and she's like real kind of like sweet and naive, but not super naive. And then these boys get, like these two guys get taken, they're like high schoolers or middle schoolers, and get attacked. And so like, this is the book that I got because it was supposedly like Stranger Things, which I can understand that it kind of, like, it takes place during the same time, but like I don't really, so there's like this background of this mystery that's going on, and it's about her, and she has a crush on this guy, and that's in her class. It's real nice, and she's just kind of a good kid, and she kind of lives in this. It's kind of funny because, like, because she's like real poor, and people make fun of her. She sits at this loser table. She calls it the loser table at the lunchroom, which is so funny because I have sat at my fair share of loser tables at the lunchroom. And she's sitting there, and she's like, she said something like, what's so interesting about the loser table versus the popular table is at the popular table, everybody likes each other. At the loser table, you're all forced to sit with each other, and nobody likes each other. I thought, God, that is so true, isn't it? Like, you just sit there because there's nowhere else to sit. I mean, I did that, you know? But it's okay. I have about two hours left of it, just a little bit over 2 hours. I'm going to finish it tonight. I mean, it's a fast read. It's real easy to listen to and read. And then I don't know which one I'm going to start next. I'm going to either start the Hocus Pocus book, or I'm going to start the mystery. I think the mystery could probably get done in 2 days. And then I could listen to Hocus Pocus on Saturday and Sunday. If for some reason this mystery ended up being like absolutely unbelievable, I would then do Behind the Horror and then finish the month with Hocus Pocus. Like, if I could possibly get 3 books done. I mean, even if I finish Hocus Pocus like on Monday, I just think Hocus Pocus isn't going to be that fun to read in November. Like, I don't know about you, but like the day that Christmas is over, like on the 26th, I'm ready for spring break. I'm ready for Christmas to be over. You know what I mean? And it to be summer. The second that Halloween is over, I mean, this is just personally me. Like, I love Halloween night and stuff, but the next morning when I wake up, I'm ready for Christmas. And I know that that's horrible, but I'm really ready for Christmas this year. I'm really excited about it. I don't know. It's kind of a cozy mystery thing for me. I don't know why. So, Thursday night, I don't know, nothing probably. Thursday night will probably just be, I don't know, listening to audiobooks and vlogging. Friday night, Tanya and I were going to go over to our sponsor's house and help her decorate and get ready for the party on Saturday. Now my sponsor is not having the party because she has 3 dogs, and 2 of them is sick, or all of them are sick. And so she just is like, it's just a lot that's going on, and so she's not going to have the party anymore, which is totally fine. I think she felt really bad about it. And I'm like, girl, you have sick dogs. Like, what are you supposed to do, you know? So she was like, I'm hoping that they'll be better by then. She was like, but I just don't want to, you know, I have to tell people now if I'm going to have the party. And so she's like, I'm just going to cancel it. So she's not having the party on Saturday night. So, and Alex has plans already. He has a party that he is going to with his girlfriend, and then they're going to go out on Halloween, because they love to go out the night before Halloween, you know? And I don't want to go out, and I don't want to do that. So our friend Erin is still having her party. So we're going to go to that early on Saturday. I need to talk to him about the Halloween festival and see if he wants to do that. And I need to look it up. Maybe when I pull in here, I'll look up the Halloween festival and see where you park and stuff like that. Because I have no idea where to park in Irvington for that. If you guys don't know where Irvington is in Indianapolis, it's like this really cute old area of Indianapolis. The houses are older, but it's like really cute. Several years ago, I don't know if I filmed it or not. I think I filmed part of it, and I think I filmed part of it. Melissa and Aaron and Alex and I, we went to a seance at the library in Irvington for Halloween. Do you guys remember that? Not on Halloween night, but it was like 2 days before Halloween or something. They had a seance there because they had canceled I think it was that was the year it was really cold and they canceled the festival. But they had the seance and it was packed. Do you guys remember that? And it was packed. I think Alex, they said somebody came through for him. I can't remember. But anyway, that was really fun when we did that. Michael and Emily from Puffology are going to the Headless Horseman thing they were talking about. That is so fun. The Headless Horseman thing is super, super fun. That's where you walk around Conner Prairie, and it's like this prairie town. And that's where I used to go to field trips when I was in elementary school. And then you take a hayride through the woods. Like you leave from the town and you go through the woods. And there's actually a guy on a horse with no head that drives by and has a flashlight. And he goes, ooh, you know, all that stuff. It's fun. But then afterwards, you can go to the Apple store. There's the Apple store there. And you can get cookies and donuts and apple cider and coffee and all that kind of stuff, hot chocolate. And then they used to, I don't know if they still do this or not, but they used to have the Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Disney. I was watching that, I don't know, because I have the Disney Plus app and it's on there. If you have the Disney Plus app, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow cartoon, it's like Mr. Toad and the Legend in the Sleepy Hollow, and it's such a great cartoon if you've never seen it. I love it. It's was always one of my favorites. And it's really kind of scary too. And Ichabod Crane's eating all this food, and it's just, they're having a Halloween party, and then he has to drive home, and then he sees, you guys know the story of Ichabod Crane, right? So anyway, I used to love be obsessed that story when I was a kid. I would listen to it. I had this tape cassette of it, and I would walk at night and listen to it. It's so funny to think that. Just outside on our street, you know, because it was real spooky and the trees were blowing, and I'd scare myself. So then Saturday, I'm just gonna go to Aaron's, and then I'll probably just stay there until the party ends and whatever. Afterwards, listen to an audiobook and vlog or something, or I don't know. Our sponsor, she may not want to have a party. Well, Tanya said tonight when I talked to her about it, because she's well, I already have a costume, so I might have people over here. So if Tanya, because we have another couple that we're friends with that we're gonna go, and then there was some other people that we know, and if Tanya has people over to her house, then I'll just go over there, or I'll go get Tanya anyway, and we'll do something together. I said, girl, just put your costume on anyway. She's like, I'm not putting my costume on just to be at home. So there's that. Oh, and then Sunday, that's Saturday will be a long day if we go to the Halloween festival though. I really want to go. I've never been before. And then Sunday is Halloween. My favorite day of the year. And I was going to say to Alex, let's not go to brunch because we're going to be hungry and we're going to go to Melissa's for chili dinner that night. But I need to ask her what time chili dinner is going to be on Sunday. I'll text her when I get up here. Because if it's at 8, then I do want to go to brunch on Sunday and have my most fantastic that I love so much. I'm so cheesy about that new omelet that I love, but it is so good. So I'm excited about this weekend. I really wish my sponsor was having her party because I get to see a bunch of people that I don't normally see, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, and then Monday is November, and Monday is Cozy Mystery Month. I need to get started and kind of looking at my cozy mysteries and seeing where I want to start with all of that. Oh my God. Like, because obviously Christmas cozies can wait till December. And I'm going to make a list of Christmas cozies that I want to read. Because, like, cozy mysteries, I read them so fast. Like, this is what I was saying to Mel. Like, I read them so fast that I can literally go through, like, a cozy mystery in, like, a day and a half. If not just, like, less than 2 days. So I realistically could read, 15 plus cozies in November and 15 plus cozies in December if I do both months. Oh, well, I also have the Liam O'Yeardy book, and that's like 18 hours or 16 hours. And then a True Crime Book Club, that's like 12 hours and something. And so I've got those 2 books to read too. But I'm excited about both of those books as well. The book that we're reading for True Crime Book Club is called something like The Glitter in the Dark City, and it's about this 2 gay guys that were a couple, I think, and they killed a drag queen or something like that, and then neither one of them takes responsibility for it. And I mean, it's a true story, obviously, but it takes place in Louisville, where the connection was that I used to go for years and years and years, and, like, my ex, knew all the drag queens, and we, would go down there for drag shows and drag pageants, and, I mean, I went to Louisville all the time, so I'm like, it's going to be really interesting reading the book, because I have to believe it takes place during that time that I would have been going down there. Alex and I used to go to the Connection a lot back in the day in Louisville. So, and it's Louisville, not Louisville. Just like it's Illinois, there's no S on it. It's not Illinois. Is it New Orleans or is it Nolans? Is it tomato or tomato? Is it potato or potato? But anyway, these woods over here to my right are so scary. And they it goes down like this little grassy knoll area. Is that what they, like in the Kennedy thing, they always call that area, don't they call it the grassy knoll? But it's like this, and it goes into, there's like this little fence, like this wavering fence, meandering fence. And then there's usually deer that you can see standing along there. Well, now I'm coming up into like, where there's houses and stuff, but there's a creek that runs through there too. It's pretty. So those are my Halloween plans. I probably won't even end up wearing a costume. But thank you for all of your recommendations. I appreciate it. Everybody thinks I should go as Kenny Rogers. I don't even know how to dress up as Kenny Rogers except for wear a cowboy hat, and a black suit or something like that, I guess. But, I mean, my beard's not that long and I'm not going to grow it out in time. So, there's that. Know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. You got to know when to hold them. So, yeah, I'm not going to be, what's all this over here? I don't know. I'm not going to be Kenny Rogers. I don't know. If I dress up, I'll figure it out. I was going to maybe be a silver fox because somebody suggested that. And so I started looking for like fox ears and stuff like that. And I thought, well, that's kind of a cute costume, but I don't know that I want to do that either. Okay. Always makes me nervous just to sit in like the parking lot. I drank so much water today that I have to go to the restroom and I don't want to have to stop somewhere. Okay. Halloween Festival. Oh, it came right up. The historic Irvington Halloween Festival. $31-minute drive. Oh, there's pictures. This venerable festival is synonymous to Halloween celebration in Indiana. You want to read here? We'll read some of the reviews on Yelp. Classic and modern arcade machine repair specialist. Oh, wait, what's this? Okay, the historic Irvington Halloween Festival is a week-long celebration culminating to the street fair and parade on Saturday. There are many events leading up to the weekend. Ghost tours, organ concerts, puppet shows, movies, just to name a few. While most activities are decidedly Halloween-themed, more importantly, the festival highlights the history of the Irvington neighborhood. The street fair itself stretches several blocks on Washington Street and is filled with local vendors. Why does it keep on taking me to other places? I don't want to do that. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. Why does it do that? This is so weird. It's like, oh, it's because I don't have the app. First time visit to Halloween Fest, and we'll make sure to get to it every year now. If you're a fan of Halloween, people in crazy costumes, I can only read part of them. This is probably the best place in Indy to celebrate Halloween. If you're a fanatic, you better go to the historic. Okay. Lots of fun and tons of vendors and food available. Would highly recommend experiencing this event. So much to say about the Irvington. It's all 5 stars. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Okay. So then let's go. Oh, wait a second. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You better count. I have to look at the time. Because you know how I am. Okay. Irvington. Pull it up again. Okay. Halloween Festival. Here it is. Because there's a website. There's a whole website for it. Can you believe it? Isn't that 26? 2021 schedule events. Okay, well, this was Sunday, October 24th. We missed the spooky organ concert. That was at Our Lady of Lourdes. That's where we went to the seance. And an art auction. Tuesday, we missed, oh, a Night of Spirits seance. We missed that. Wednesday night was Halloween evening with Madge and Shar. Missed that. Thursday is Night Out in Sleepy Hollow, Irvington Preparatory Academy. Oh, that's the movie. Okay. Then Friday is the zombie bike ride. Oh, there's also an Indianapolis Night of 1,000 Zombies, or Mummies. And there is a band. Do you guys know the band? Hold on a second. I'll tell you what the band is called. They're not from here. They're from like Cincinnati or, I've heard them play live at, what was it? We went to a Halloween party one year. And there was this huge tinted Halloween party outside. It was so cool. And this band played, and they're so good, you guys. I really, really like them. And the band is called, was it just the Mummies? Yeah, and they, oh wait. The Mummies are an American garage band formed in San Bruno, California in 1988. Here Come the Mummies. Okay. Cursed after deflowering a great pharaoh's daughter or daughters, Here Come the Mummies have been delivering their band of terrifying funk from beyond the grave since the year 2000 AD. Some say they are, I need to make sure I'm on time, reincarnated Grammy-winning studio musicians. Some say their internal organs still lay in clay pots back in Egypt. Regardless, Here Come the Mummies, mysterious, or HCTMs, mysterious personas, cunning song, craft, and unrelenting live show will bend your brain and melt your face. Maybe that's why the ladies and some dudes can't stop losing their minds over these mayhem-inducing mavens of mirth. Mummy cast, guitar vocals, Eddie Mummy. So, okay, and that's who they are. And they are so good, you guys, and they dress all as mummies. You can't see them as people. And, but, like, they play usually in Indianapolis, and then all these people, or is it that they dress up as zombies that night? I can't remember. If you get a chance to ever go see them, you can go to their website, and they have it live on the website. Oh, Terre Haute, Indiana, November 11th, they'll be here. Bloomington, Indiana at the Bluebird, December 3rd. Fort Wayne, Indiana, December 4th. Washington State, Snoqualmie. Tulsa, Oklahoma, The Colony, Texas. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Boston, Massachusetts. Annapolis, Maryland. Terre Haute, Owensboro, Terre Haute, Indiana. Owensboro, Kentucky. Cleveland, Ohio. Belvedere. Okay, it stopped. Belvedere, Illinois, Bloomington, Illinois, Bloomington, Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana. So, if you ever want to see them, they're good. Okay, let's see about the Irvington Halloween Festival. Saturday, October 30th. For more info, click the Street Fair tab. Okay. Vampire Run at 10 a.m. Street Fair, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The parade is at 4 p.m. Irvington Halloween Festival official after party, 6 p.m. to midnight. Okay, I want to see the parade. It just takes me to the top. Street Fair, like. Vendors. Oh, that's where you have to apply to be a vendor. Events. Okay, well, we missed all the events. Street Fair. Schedule. 9 a.m. is the Vampire Run registration opens. We can miss that. 10 a.m. is the Vampire Run starts. 11 a.m. Oh, and 10 a.m. the vendor booths open. 11 a.m. the Black Market Vinyl Battle of the Bands costume contest begins. That's from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is Ross Hollow on the main stage, Battle of the Bands. 12:30 is costume contest, the human one. Judging begins. Pet contest registrations. Okay, pumpkin carving contest. Oh, this looks like so much fun. Pumpkin carving contest winners announced. Pet costume contest judging begins 3 to 4 p.m. And I really want to see the parade. And I really would like to see the pet contest. I think would be fun. So maybe if we did 12:30 is the costume contest. I mean, we could do 2 to whenever. I mean, we wouldn't need to be there that long. 2 to whenever the parade ends. I need to ask Melissa. Okay, I'm asking her what, she's going as Linda. So Saturday night, she's going as Linda from Halloween, PJ Souls, and Jason is going as, I can't remember his name, but her boyfriend that has, you know, the ghost outfit with the glasses on. But I was asking her what time she was thinking on Sunday, and also, is the parade worth it? So we'll see what she says. You gotta count your money. Okay, so she said, maybe 7:30 Sunday. Maybe I'll go to brunch and not get potatoes, and then I'll still be hungry for the chili later. She said she's never seen the parade. But it's apparently like a bunch of kids and pets dressed up and stuff. I mean, anybody can be in the parade. Let's read some comments really quickly from the vlog and see what people had to say. Diana said, probably the hot sauce in your stomach, LOL. Learn to eat better and feel better. 3 meals and at least 2 snacks. My epilepsy medicine makes my stomach bad if I don't eat before or when I take them. My epilepsy medicine never makes me sick, but thank you, I appreciate that. Alex thought it was the hot sauce too. So I have a question for you guys. I was gonna actually do this on my Peterisms and my BookTube channel, but let me ask you over here what you think. because it's something that I'm thinking about doing. This is not a channel that it would work on whatsoever, but for those two channels, I don't really know what channels it would work on, but do you guys know what YouTube Shorts are? Okay, so YouTube Shorts are usually like videos that are like, I think like 20 seconds or something like that. And YouTube is really pushing people to do it. Like, they really want people to do it and get involved. And I just feel so blessed that I have YouTube as a platform that allows me to post videos free whenever I want to, you know, and that it's given me this life. And so I always like to try new things that they offer. Hold on a second, I'll put that over there because the lighting's bad. So I was thinking about doing it on my Peterisms and on my BookTube channel to start, like every day. And I know you guys are like, oh, you already put out so many videos. Well, they're only like 10-second videos. Like, let's actually look it up and see how long, because I don't know. The ones I see are usually really, really short. How long are YouTube Shorts? Don't you just love the Google? You can find out anything you want. YouTube Shorts is a way for anyone to connect with a new audience using just a smartphone and the Shorts camera in the YouTube app. YouTube Shorts creation tool makes it easy to create short form videos that are up to 60 seconds long with our multi-segment camera. So it's up to 60 seconds. Okay. And if you can think of suggestions for my other channel, let me know what you think, okay? My other channels. So what I was thinking about, I mean, I guess on my reviews, I could just do like real quick reviews of anything, right? But I was thinking about doing, like, in addition to my videos every day, on my Peterisms channel, doing like a quick meditation mantra for the day. So every day, I wouldn't read like a meditation book. I would just look up a quote that I liked for the day. Back in the day, I don't know if you guys, I haven't done this in a while. Hold on a second. Hartzell Wilson is his name that wrote this. I don't know how I know that. Hartzell Wilson poem. They call it a poem, not a prayer. But he wrote this back in the day. And so I love to just read like a quote a day. In fact, for a long time at the top of my lists, I was putting just like inspirational, motivational quotes for the day. And so here is, we used to read this in community every morning when I worked in rehab, and I just have always loved this. It won't let me pull it up, I don't know why. But this is how it goes. The beginning of a new day. This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is very important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving something in its place I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain, not a loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price I paid for it. So I'm thinking on my meditation channel, I actually might just start with that one, like every day, doing shorts over there. What do you guys think of that? You think it's a stupid idea, or do you like that idea? What did Melissa text me back? She said she heard it's a lot of fun. And then on my BookTube channel, I was like, how could I do this on my BookTube channel? And I thought, okay, what if every day I just picked out like a favorite of my book, of my books, not just necessarily current favorites that I'm reading, but just like my book pick of the day, you know? What do you think about that? And so I just go over there and I'd be like, this is a great book. You guys should read this book. This is my favorite, you know, like if you're looking for something, whatever. So it'd be like a 60-second like book recommendation. So those are the two things I'm thinking about doing over there. Do you guys like that idea? I kind of do. So let me know what you think. On my reviews, I wouldn't do them all the time, but I could do just like, you know, a lot of things that I review don't need to be 10 minutes long, you know. It could just be a candy bar or whatever, which would probably be really easy, you know, in a 60-second short. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, okay? I know they're trying to be like TikTok, but hey, it's something new, right? Oh, she texted me back. She said, what time is the parade? And I said 4 p.m. Oh, I was going to read a couple comments, wasn't I? Oh, everybody's being so nice about the hair. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Christine said, I love your hair. Darlene Jolene Joe appears to have taken a vacation. Darlene Jolene Joe, that's always kicking 50, of course. Oh my God, so many people said stuff about my haircut. Linda said, you look smoking hot with that hair. Hey, Linda. Jacqueline O said, Jackie O, craving hot coffee and all the craving hot coffee all the time. It's a combination of the cool weather and Peter. I love it. Katie said, oh, and love you. Katie, you've been commenting a lot lately. Arby said, you really have a look of Paul Hollywood. You probably have no idea. Yeah, the chef guy. He's a celebrity baker in the UK who has done a lot of shows. Wear a chef's hat and an apron, carry a whisk, and ta-da, you already have the chef's kiss down. Megan said, Peter, where are you and Tanya doing videos like you keep saying? I never see anything on this or other channels. We're doing it on our channel tomorrow. Cauliflower said, I think cozy is my new favorite word. I blame Peter. It's all right. I love being cozy coz. Anthony said, you gotta be Moira Rose. I'm not gonna be Moira Rose for Halloween. Oh, hey, Troy. Troy said, hey, Peter and my amazing fellow vloggerinos. Peter, you are so sweet. Happy birthday, Lena. Jennifer said, so glad you posted just now. Needed your videos today. You guys were so sweet. Okay, so Tisa said, I just read an article about CBD oil for dogs. A woman commented that she gave it to her terminal loved one and he did surprisingly well. His vet expected to have to put him to sleep, but he was happy, alert, and bit in distress or something. The woman stated she's not expecting a miracle cure, but she's so happy with its results and that she can love on her baby and he's not suffering. Aw, I thought maybe you might look into this for Tucker, love and prayers, friend. I really appreciate that, Tisa. So a lot of people have suggested CBD oil to me, and here's the thing. So our vet that we go to is like one of 20 vets in the United States that she is, I don't know what her degree is. I can't remember how she explained it to me, but she works with dog food companies, like all of them, and she goes in and they like, she says like what's appropriate and what's not, like whatever, like, you know, like the FTC is for like humans, it's the same thing for like vets or for animals, and she goes in and like does all that stuff. So she knows like all this, like that's the area that she specialized in going to school. Like she did her master's degree and all that. I don't know, she did something in it, and so she knows all this stuff about like dog food and like all this kind of stuff. So she's told me a lot through the years, and so I asked her, I think it was with Pee-Pee, about the CBD oil, and she said, you know, you can try it. She's like, if you want. She goes, it won't harm him. She's like, I don't think it'll do anything, you know, it won't hurt him in any way. She was like, but there's no, like, evidential research that's been done, and we're probably 5 years out for knowing if CBD oil can help pets. And she goes, but people swear by it. She goes, I have several of my patients that swear it's helping their dogs. She's like, but I'm just going to tell you right now, I mean, she's like, there's no, like, when people tell you that it will fix your dog, she's like, there's no research evidence to that. She was like, so, you know, she was like, but we're probably 5 years out from knowing that. And she really knows her stuff, so I trust her. I'm not opposed to trying it. Alex wanted to try it with Pee-Pee, but then that was when things were going really well, and then they just like, we had talked about it, and it just like took a turn for the worse. So, I mean, there wasn't, at that point, I mean, there was, you know, but with Tucker, but right now he seems to like he seems to be like he's so great, you know. Jacqueline also said, I love that you talked about the gifts that painful experiences have given you. So very true. Pain takes so much, but it gives as well. It's true. And Scarlett said, my favorite book of all time is the Stephen King book, The Green Mile. One of the only books turned into a movie that I can't say which I prefer. Okay, so that's one of Alex's favorite movies, and can you guys believe this? Is how many movies and books I've read, movies I've seen and books I've read. I have never seen The Green Mile. So I was like, okay, I think next year, I think I'm gonna do a Stephen King book a month next year. I don't know, we'll see. But hold on a second. Oh wait, I got more text from Melissa. She said official parking is at the high school and they shuttle you in. Ooh, I don't love that. I don't want to have to be shuttled in somewhere, but oh well. Yeah, I think I might do a Stephen King book a month for the next year, and that would be 12 Stephen King books I would read. I was going to do it with Chuck Palahniuk. Or, is that how you pronounce his name? Chuck? That's not how you pronounce it at all. What is it? I can't remember. But anyway, a couple years ago, and I never ended up doing that. What is his name? Chuck? Oh, shoot. Now I gotta pull over and look. This is gonna drive me crazy. Who wrote... I can never pronounce his name anyway. Invisible Monsters. Let's see. That's my favorite book of his. Chuck Palahniuk. Which I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. So yeah, I may do that. I don't know. Oh, the battery's dying. Hold on. Thank God I stopped. Right in time. I also have to use the restroom really bad, and there's not a gas station that's open for about 10 miles. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Well, maybe not 10 miles, but 10 minutes at least. Probably. I don't know. Jacqueline, thank you so much for commenting that. But it's true, you know, and it's like, it's hard because... You know, like in my personal life or in recovery, like at meetings and stuff, when I say this, like people get it, but like if I say it in a YouTube video, I don't know how people take it, or, you know, so much of what you say in life, think about, this is true of ourselves even, you know, think about like so much of what people say to us, the way that we take it, the way that we are affected by it, the way that whatever, has so much to do with where we are that day, you know, like what we're going through, what we've gone through recently or whatever. So when I say this, it's like, I think sometimes people, they think it's callous or they take it the wrong way, but it's like, I miss my mom. I miss my mom dearly. I mean, it's been 14 years almost, you know, I don't miss her the way that I used to because I've come to accept that she's gone. And I mean, I know that, right? Like it's been years at this point. I really feel like vlogging and talking about it, and then also talking a lot about it with my sponsor and meetings and stuff, like I grieved, like I really heavily grieved, and I feel a lot better about that now. I miss my mom. I always will miss my mom till the day I die. But at the same time, there have been so many lessons that I have learned from going through that. I think especially at the age that I went through that and the year that I went through that. I think, not to say that I wouldn't have learned some of the same lessons, different, you know, if I had been 20 or if I had been 60. But I think the year that, you know, I got out of a long-term relationship, I also that year, another thing was, I was like on this massive diet. Like I lost like from November to January, I think I lost like 50 pounds. And then I was working out at the gym every day. I became a vegetarian that year. I mean, I had all these massive changes that happened in 1 year. You know, I left a 13-year career that I thought I might be at forever. I mean, at one point I did. But I just was like, you know what, it's time for me to go. And, like, all my friends had gone. And, you know, so anyway, there just were a lot of changes that year, you know. And especially, like, my relationship ending, I think. And because that ended in December, and then I left my, you know, job in, I put in my resignation at Christmas, and my last day was the last week of January. And so on top of all of that, you know, my mom got sick in January, and then in February, I think, was when she first went in the hospital. And because that January, I was so busy, I wasn't seeing my mom a lot, you know, and she'd said she was sick, and I went over there. I don't know if I can't remember, but anyway, all I know is that by February she was in the hospital and it was bad. And I think if it had been a year, you know, when I already felt like my life was shifting in so many ways and I didn't have solid ground. So then on top of that, to lose the one thing in my life that I had always been connected to, I like at that point, you guys, I just like kind of like was gone. I just was like, when people talk about being numb, I was numb, you know, I just, and I was going out a lot too. You know, I was going to meetings during that year, or until I'm like, you know, before I met Alex, but I was going to meetings, but I wasn't going to that many meetings. I was going to like one meeting a week, and I was hanging out with my girlfriend that now she lives in California, but like we were going out on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, you know, and I was having a lot of fun, and I was actually like, so she's a lesbian, and she was hanging out with all of these really fun girls that were kind of like the popular lesbians, and you know, so I was like the one gay guy that was going out with all these lesbians. So it was fun. I was having a great time, you know, and we'd all like hang out at their house, and they'd be like, you need to have a Facebook page, you need to, or MySpace, you need to make a MySpace, you know, and we'd sit there and do that, or watch, you know, the L Word, or, you know, whatever. It was fun, and it was safe, and, I didn't even really date a whole lot that year, you know, a couple times, but I just wasn't really that focused on that, you know. I've never been somebody to like hook up a whole lot. Like, that's just never really been my thing. Not to say I haven't. I mean, I've had my fair share of one-night stands, but like that year, like I was newly single. I had lost a bunch of weight. I was feeling great about myself, other than what I was going through with my mom. I think I maybe hooked up with like 3 people, like the whole year, you know? Which maybe some people think that's a lot. I don't personally think that's a lot when you're single and going out, and I don't know, young. And I mean, I was 35 going on 36. I feel like that's pretty young, you know? That was a really hard year for me. And I think that's the thing, is that when I met Alex, even though like we went out all the time, it was like we had structure to our life. Like we worked out, and then we went to dinner, and then we, you know, would come home and like watch movies and eat popcorn and be romantical, and then get up the next day and start it all over. And on the week, you know, when we went out, because we were going out a lot, you know, we were going out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we were having fun, you know. We were going to the salsa dancing at the Latin bar on Thursday nights, and then we would go out after that, and then downtown, and then Friday and Saturdays we'd go to the drag shows, and then, you know, we would go out with our friends after that, and then, you know, we would go to Steak and Shake late at night. I mean, I was in good shape. I was working out all the time, and you know, we would have like we would go to brunch on Sundays. I asked Alex the other day, I said, how did the whole Patachou thing start? Like, I don't even really remember like when we started going to Patachou every week. It hasn't been, you guys, for very long. It's been just the last couple, I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 years. I don't really remember that we started going every week. But we would go to brunch on Sundays, and then we would come home and take naps, and, you know, I mean, do what couples do on weekends, and then we would watch movies, you know, in the evening. I can remember we would go to Walmart instead of going to the movies. That was when I was like paying off a lot of debt, and I got, you know, that was the year that I also got like debt free, and so I wasn't spending a lot of money. And I hadn't told Alex at first when we got together about that, and then he was like, well, we don't have to like go out and spend a lot of money, you know. And so we would, like, a date for us would be like, we just didn't do expensive dinners and stuff. I mean, like we do now. Never took expensive trips, nothing like that. And we would go to Applebee's movies and do like the 2 for $20. But I can remember like going to Walmart and buying like 2 newer movies that are out, or going to the Red Box and then getting like popcorn, like those popcorn, you know, things that are pre-made, they put in the microwave. They're like a bin of popcorn at the movie theater, and getting candy at Walmart, and then coming home and sitting in the bedroom with like our big TV, you know, with the windows open in the summer, watching movies on like a Sunday night. It was nice, you know. And then we'd start it over, and the work week started on Mondays, and you know, one day of the week we'd go hang out, you know, at his mom's house and have dinner and whatever. We did a lot with the family early on. Went to my dad's house, you know, a lot. And Alex offered me like a new life. Like, he offered me structure that I hadn't had in a very long time. And it was like, for me, the building of this new world, you know. It was like, I felt like I hadn't been, you know, really, it wasn't just the last year. It was really like the last 2 to 3 years. My ex and I were not happy together, and I wasn't happy at my job. And so I just was like contemplating leaving for 3 years, you know. And then so there was that. So it was like 2 to 3 years that I kind of just felt like things aren't good, and like I don't feel like, you know, when you're like, things are good and you feel like you're on solid ground. I didn't feel like I was on solid ground. You guys, so many people in Indianapolis have decorated for Halloween. I wish I had done a video where I drove around and showed you guys all the decorations, but some people turn them off like late at night, but they're so cute, you guys. Yeah, so it was just, you know, it was a tough time, and Alex offered me that structure. And so, you know, even though we were going out and doing that stuff, it was fun. You know, I felt like, okay, well, it's Monday night, you know, we're going over to Alex's mom's house for chili, her famous chili, or, you know, it's Tuesday, we're going to go work out at, you know, LA Fitness. We worked out at LA Fitness, son. We've changed gyms like 5 times. We're going to go work out at LA Fitness, and then we're going to, you know, go have Caesar salads, chicken Caesar salads at, we used to go to this Bar Louie place. They had the best chicken Caesar salads in the world. But I have learned a lot from, you know, I think one of the most valuable lessons I learned from my aunt passing away, I really, really learned how to put in practice to suit up and show up and just to be a service to others, because that wasn't about me. I mean, I missed my aunt, and my aunt passing away like really affected me I mean, Alex to this day cannot talk about it. He misses my Aunt Kathy so much. They were so close. But you know, I can remember like from the moment that I went over, you know, Caroline called me like literally like within the half an hour that it happened and said, I want you here now. And Caroline had never been like that with me before. I mean, we've always, like, we've been close growing up. I mean, we're only cousins, right? But, like, there's been long periods where, like, we didn't, like, she lived in Arizona for 2 years. I didn't see her at all, you know? When she was in high school, I was in junior high. We were, like, I would go over to their house, but I was, like, the kid brother that she didn't want to hang out with, you know what I mean? When she was in college and I was in college, we weren't close. We just, I mean, we'd see each other and be like, oh, I love you so much. And it was very that, you know? But we weren't that close. I mean, probably in the last 15 years is when Caroline and I have really been like, I mean, hour-long phone conversations several times a week on the phone, and, you know, like, see each other, and just like, I mean, I have an undying love for my cousin. I mean, she's literally like my sister to me, and I know she feels the same way about me, you know? But, you know, our lives were very different for a long time, and so by the time that, you know, my mom passed away, she and I were very close at that time. But I do think that, I was talking about this the other day, I don't remember what I said, but, like, I think that, like, brought us together. That was about the time that we started getting closer, was when my mom passed away. The other thing was that my mother, like, she watched David several days a week. And so when David was really young, we started doing more stuff with, like, Kathy and Dave and Caroline and Mike. because we would all see each other, you know, for David and whatever. But at the time, like, you know, I'm like newly sober. I'm like, you know, not newly sober, but a couple years sober. And I'm like, you know, working and getting a master's degree. So I was busy too, you know. So, but, you know, when my aunt died and Caroline called me, and I was just talking about this with Tanya, because I could remember driving over, and one of my aunt's best friends, this couple that have been like my aunt and uncle's best friends their entire life, who were also in the room the night that my mom passed away. She was driving next to me, and I like looked over, and she just wasn't even, she was just sobbing. We were both like on our way to Caroline's, or to my aunt's. But, you know, it really, like, Caroline was there for me when my mom passed away. Like, she went with me to the funeral with my aunt to plan the whole thing, and Caroline was just, like, so, like, supportive, and, you know, like, I even called her and said I don't know what to do with I mean, I would call her and say things, you know, and she really walked me through it, and so with her mom, it allowed me the opportunity to do the same thing, and she let me do that, which was huge, you know. I can remember at the funeral, the viewing, like, my aunt knew so many people. I mean, there were just like, I mean, it was literally like 400 people in this line. And Caroline at some point, like, she was so emotional that she just, like, couldn't handle one more. And she's like, I have to take a break. I can't do this. And it was just she and I standing there. And so I'm just like, okay. So then she went and took a break, and I just stood there and greeted these people, you know, and that was really cool for me, because I loved my aunt, you know, and I loved my cousin, and it allowed me to be present and suit up. And it wasn't about me. It wasn't about my pain. You know, alcoholics and addicts are very good about, like, I'm the one that's most affected by this. If you have an alcoholic or an addict in your family, you'll know what I'm talking about. If somebody dies, they're the one that's most affected by it at the funeral. That's what we do, you know, and you know, I had known that rule for many years, you know, that lesson of suit up and show up, and I had known to be of service to others, but for me, that was like really lesson in action of being able to do that. Also, Alex's mom, Liliana, and Alex's grandma showed up to that viewing and funeral, and like they showed up early to the viewing, and they stayed for like the whole thing for the funeral. And, you know, I think Alex's mom maybe met my aunt. Well, she met her at the wedding, and maybe on 2 or 3 other occasions, maybe 2. I don't think she met her that. I mean, our families like don't. Now, starting this year, we're doing holidays together because there's just not that many of us anymore, and so I think Alex's mom is coming to Caroline's for Thanksgiving, and it will be so much fun. Caroline has met Alex's mom on several occasions, and hung out with us and stuff like that. And then I think Caroline might come over on Christmas to do like the Venezuelan Christmas, because I was like, I really want her to experience sex. It's so much fun, and that's Christmas Eve after our dinner. So, but you know, they came, and Liliana and Alex's grandma, Liliana met my aunt at our wedding, but that was like when she and Carlos first started dating. They didn't know her, you know, and they came for me, and they came for Alex, and I can remember seeing them in the parking lot, and I have the most amazing in-laws. I just really, you know, and that's what you do, you know, like, and they're just like salt of the earth people, you know, that's what you do. You show up, you suit up and show up, and I think I've gotten away from that in life. I'm trying to do better now and be that. Like, I've really tried in the last 5 or 10 years, and that's probably the greatest lesson I've learned from my mom passing is, you know, participate in your life, participate in the lives of those around you, you know, be a part of a life that matters, you know, and because we're here but for an instant. I learned that with my mom, you know, it's like, I said 10 minutes and it's been 17, you guys, and I'm literally probably 3 minutes away from the gas station. I have to use the restroom so bad. But yeah, I mean, I want to participate in the lives of those around me, you know. I want to show up. I don't want to just suit up and show up. I want to show up to life, you know. It's time, you know, and I think like, had I not learned at 35 the finality of life, because you know it, you're gonna die someday and everybody's gonna die, you know that, right? But until you experience it on such a close level, that like somebody that's literally been with you your entire life, and you're like, this is the most surreal, you can't explain that to anybody, you literally can't. It's the most surreal feeling you will ever go through in your entire life. It's the weirdest feeling, right? But when you go through it, you have like, it's like, I remember my mom saying to me, like, I asked her, like, how she felt after her mom died, and she said, I felt orphaned, because now both of her parents were died. She goes, I also started, like, thinking a lot about my own mortality. I think I used to say morbidity, but I mean mortality. I shouldn't say did I just say morbidity? I meant mortality. But anyway, and it's true, you do. You think about, I'm not going to be here forever. And, like, it freaked me out the other day on the vlog when I was talking about, my mom died at 64. I'm going to be 50 next year. I mean, if I only lived to my mom's age, if I make it to my mom's age, I got 14 years left. I got 14 summers. Hell, I've about vlogged half of that, I want to enjoy that time. I want to make the most of it, have the best fun. That's why I love listening I do the things that make me happy, because it's important. So, Jacqueline, look at what your comment did. It made me go into this long ramble, but you got me from there to the gas station so that I can run inside and go to the restroom. So anyway, I'm going to get off here now. Let me know what your Halloween plans are for this weekend. If you celebrate Halloween, in the comment section below. If you don't, I totally understand. Let me know what you're going to do, and let me know what you're going to dress up as on Halloween, or if you're going to dress up. And I'm still thinking about if I'm going to or not. I don't know. I used to love to dress up when I was a kid, but now, not so much. Alex is like obsessed putting his costume together. He was working on it tonight. He said, do you think I look like Patrick? I said, you look like a leather guy from the gay scene. Because he's got these suspenders that are leather. He goes, well, that's the only thing leather that I'm wearing. I go, okay, I'm just telling you. You asked me, I'm just telling you. I go, are you going to wear his face paint and stuff that makes him like the guy from Cabaret? And he goes, no. I go, don't wear a leather biker hat. I didn't say that, but I said something like that. Anyway, all right, you guys, I hope that you're having a magically amazing Thursday. It's almost Halloween weekend. I can't believe it. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. I love you. And I hope that you guys have a magically amazing, oh, I already said that, Thursday. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!